One thing that I miss most about back home is my independence. Because here it's pretty hard to do things on my own. I mean, I'm not surprised. I don't know the language and I don't know where anything is. Even climbing the mountains where the house that I stay at is hard enough. I remember I tried going to a mountain next to the house I was staying at, like around sunset, and I got turned back by my family because they thought that there were thieves at the top. And you know what? There are ways around that. So all I had to do was time the climb. So I had to figure out a time where no one would notice, no one would follow me, and that no one would be willing to do the climb. And what better time to climb than in the middle of the day, during the middle of Ramadan, and when Salah hits. And even though this is bad time to do it, this is pretty much the only opportunity that I have when I'm trying to go on my own. This climb took a lot longer than I thought. From the bottom, it doesn't look like much. Like probably it would take 5-10 minutes to reach the top. But by the time I was halfway and I looked up as to how far I had left, I was like, oh my god. But what choice did I really have? I mean, I might as well finish what I started. But I probably should have realized that it was going to be a struggle to get to the top. I mean, since there's no pathways, like you don't know what to expect. I mean, I was stumbling, I almost rolled my ankle, I got thorns stuck in my shoes. I mean, the list goes on. But honestly, where I was, there was no one to hear me complain anyway, so I might as well have just kept going. Like at one point, I think I saw 2 people out in the distance. But that probably could have been me just hallucinating with all the heat. Because it's not like I could bring water with me on this climb, plus there was no trees in sight, like I had to struggle just to get shade. And even though it wasn't even close to being light work, it was worth the view. Like just from one mountain you're able to see the entire city. Like overall, it took me like 20 minutes to complete the entire climb, but before I leave the country, there's one more place I'm trying to climb.